Okay, I'll start with the fact that I am not a great teacher. I am not great at explaining things. My words get all jumbled up. I forget things. I have to go back and explain things from the past better in the future. And so I'm not claiming to be a good teacher at all. I just stuck it out and somehow figured out how to make sourdough with the help of ChatGPT, really, and a friend, but I still had a really hard time understanding until I just kept trying for like a year, and I gave up a bunch of times and then tried again once I regained the courage, and then I failed so many times, but there was just this one point where I was totally at my breaking point with being able to make sourdough or not. And I remember I was crying and I was like, why can't I figure this out? I just felt like such a failure. That's just such a silly thing to say, but I did. I felt like such a failure for not being able to figure this out. And so I was like, I'm going to try one more time and then I am done. And just that one last time, it worked. I had a glimmer of hope and it worked. So anyways, like I said, not a great teacher. I get things all jumbled up. I kind of explain things all out of order, but I'm just me. I'm not perfect. I'm not good at most things. But anyway, here is some happy starter. You can see up here that it rose up here. Before church this morning, it was up there. And now it's starting to lose some of its fuel, some of its food. It's starting to already have eaten up some of its food, which is the gluten, and it's starting to fall. See, it's down there. So if I were to wait a couple more hours, because we're all busy and I need to go get some things done, so a lot of times I'm like, well, let me just do this, and then before I know it, my sourdough is down here and it's all super liquidy and lots of little bubbles. But anyway, this is fairly happy starter. So this is the starter that I will use, and I'll take some of it, put it in here, and feed it water and flour. Let's see. I'll cover it, and then the rest of it I'll put into another bowl, this big bowl, and I'll feed it water, flour, and salt. And that, when I put it in here, that batch of starter with the water, flour, and salt will be the bread that we will bake first thing in the morning. The starter, flour, and water that goes in here and gets fed, this will be this tomorrow. So the one that's in here will turn into this by tomorrow, not early morning, but not late morning. And then we'll use it for the next day's feed, starter, and basically bake starter. Does that make sense? Okay, so it's like a two-part process right now. Right now, we're going to take some of this and put it in here, and some of this and put it in here. And the starter, flour, and water that I put in here will be the bread that we bake tomorrow morning, and the starter, flour, and water that goes in here will be the starter, this, that we use tomorrow for this. Does that make sense? Okay,